This program is a production of Oldham County Television and is presented with funding by Tri-County Ford in Buckner.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Judge Executive David Vogel. Thank all of you for coming out this morning. I thank you and I thank God for no rain this morning as we celebrate the opening of this beautiful bridge. I guess there was a time when, people wouldn't say a bridge was beautiful, but in my eyes this morning, and I hope yours as well, this is a beautiful bridge that's been put into Oldham County, and we're so incredibly thankful to have it.
Well, this project began a long time ago. I'd almost hesitate to say how many years ago, probably 7 or 8 years ago. The idea began for a way to cross the interstate and connect that crossing with the office park we have. Our initial plan was to actually have an access points onto the north and southbound I-71, but as the project progressed, the cost of that option became so expensive that it was not possible to achieve it at this point. So a fallback position was to build a bridge and to do other sorts of construction projects around Oldham County that would help move traffic throughout the county, and we've done that, but we're thrilled to have the bridge coming open, and it's going to be a tremendous advantage and help to our office park.
Where we came up with it was the master plan that was developed for Oldham Reserve back in 2005. It shows that there's a road going through the bulk of the property, which is 1,000 acres, connecting really I-71 with Kentucky 53. We have a longer range plan that also extends that over Allen Lane up underneath the railroad track and connects with Kentucky 146 at Springhouse Estates. Any road project goes into the major thoroughfare plan, and then that's how we determine where we can get funding.
The Highway Department has put a lot of effort into it to get it from the concept that you all had to a constructed structure. So it's an exciting time for us. It's going to relieve a lot of traffic woes on Kentucky 53, as well as giving us a connection to the other side of I-71 for bicyclists and pedestrians and residents on that side of the interstate.
When we offer thanks, let's begin our thanks with an invocation from our Oldham County Police Chaplain, Jim Powell.
Sir Isaac Newton, the great English physicist and mathematician, said this, and I quote, "We build too many walls and not enough bridges." Old Sir Isaac would be smiling on us this morning. And so to that end, we're here to open this bridge for both pedestrian and vehicle traffic. So would you join me as we give God thanks? Almighty God, we give you thanks for this day. You are so good to us. And just for the privilege of being here this morning is a blessing. Today we give you thanks for this bridge that we will soon be opened. We give you thanks for those who with vision saw the need for this bridge, and for those who took raw material, concrete and steel and others, and turned them into a thing of use, of value, and of beauty. May everyone who crosses this bridge, pedestrian and vehicle alike, remember to give thanks to you for your abundant blessings. In Jesus' name, amen.
And now, with all the love of country we have and sincerity in our hearts, let us all join in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. This bridge has been coming since 2008. A tremendous amount of work has been done by many of your public officials here, some of whom you're aware of and some of whom you may not know. But a lot of work has been done at the local and state level, at the district level, in the state senate, and I'm happy to have today on our podium a number of those people who were deeply involved in arranging to have this bridge constructed in Oldham County. The first person I'd like to bring to the podium right now is my fellow elected Chief Executive for the City of LaGrange, Mayor Joe Davenport.
Thank you, Judge Vogel. I want to welcome everyone here this morning for this bridge opening. It takes us all working together to make this possible. I want to thank Kentucky Transportation Cabinet for seeing the need for this, their financial backing. For everyone that's involved, this is just a step forward for the transportation that we're going to have in the city of LaGrange and Oldham County, and looking forward to, what this will bring to us. And I just want to thank everyone, Senator Harris for what he's done for us for this. And I think this is a great opportunity for us, another step for the city of LaGrange and Oldham County to move forward. So I just want to thank every one of them, and appreciate y'all being here this morning. Thank you very much.
This bridge would not be here today without the stalwart and continuous support, cooperation, and effort of our state senator, Ernie Harris. Ernie has been a champion of this bridge and another bridge that's going to open in Oldham County this month, or in October, here on Highway 22. I can't express a deep enough appreciation to Senator Ernie Harris for what he's been able to deliver for us. So, Ernie, please come to the podium. Accept our thanks.
Thanks, David. Something funny happened in 2007. Senator Brett Guthrie became Congressman Brett Guthrie, and I was named chairman of the Transportation Committee. Well, the chairman of the Transportation Committee does the budget. So we were very fortunate to get some money, $16 million for this bridge, but we're not done yet. We've got to get the Parkway complete, another $15 million. We've got to get ramps done, but that's going to require the cooperation of the federal guys. And it's just a privilege to have a small part in getting this open. So congratulations to everyone that's worked so hard to get us here this day. Thank you so much.
Senator Harris mentioned the ramps. A number of people have said, well, how come you can't get on and off the interstate here? That's an effort that's been underway for many years. In 2011, a decision was made at the state level that it couldn't happen at that time. Those of us who have been involved in this for some time have not given up, will not give up. We need those ramps and we need access to the interstate from here. It's something that we're diligently attempting to have happen at some point in the future. It's not being given up on, but it just was too expensive a proposition at the time this bridge was created, or the planning for the bridge was authorized. I'd like to introduce now the magistrate, Steve Greenwell, who is the chairman of the Oldham County Road Committee.
Thank you. I just want to thank everyone for coming out this morning on a blustery day. I'm a farmer, and as far as I'm concerned, I wish it would rain, but maybe it'll hold off for a little while. The road committee worked very hard to petition for this and lobby for this, and so we're just very happy to see the completion of it and look forward to LaGrange Parkway being completed in a few months, maybe a year. But anyway, just thank you all for being out here today, and I want to thank all the people that probably don't get the notice that they need, and that is the ones that are actually out here during the sweltering heat this summer, in the cold weather, running backhoes and bulldozers and the pieces of equipment. I sometimes think they don't get the just due that they deserve. So anyway, I just want to thank you all for being out here today.
Senator Harris mentioned that former Judge Executive Dwayne Murner was very instrumental in moving this idea forward, worked tirelessly over his entire term to have it happen. I'm lucky enough to have it happen when I'm county judge, but that doesn't mean that I did nearly as much as Dwayne. Dwayne deserves a tremendous amount of credit for having this bridge here, and I'd like to bring him up and thank him now for everything he's done.
Thank you, Judge Vogel. I have given a good many years to working toward the development of Oldham Reserve and its infrastructure, so it's wonderful to be a part of this very tangible piece of what will eventually become a magnificent business park. In a few months, as Senator Harris and Judge Vogel said, in a few months the next piece of this infrastructure will begin with the construction of a 2-mile 4-lane separated highway that begins here and will end at the intersection of Blakemore Lane and Highway 53. There are many people and agencies to thank and recognize for this wonderful beginning, and they include certainly Judge Vogel, Fiscal Court, John Black and Jim Urban. They include Mayors Davenport and Lamline of the City of LaGrange, and volunteers from the Oldham Chamber and Economic Development Authority with its chairman Chris Rohde, and the Oldham LaGrange Development Authority and its chairman Jim Tutt. And of course the formal structure, which include our elected representatives, Representative David Osborne, and as you've already heard, a special thanks to the chairman of the Senate Transportation Committee, our own Senator Harris. There's also the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet and its Secretary Mike Hancock, and the local Kentucky Transportation Cabinet with its Chief Engineer, Matt Bullock. But finally, I want to recognize and thank George Rawlings and his wonderful group of patient employees who will finally have a reasonable way to get to and from work. There will have to be some intersection improvements on Commerce Parkway, and some of that will be temporary fixes. But the day you have patiently waited for is finally here. So thanks to all who have had a role in this, and safe travels.
We invited the Secretary of Transportation, Mike Hancock, to be here this morning, but unfortunately he was committed to a meeting in Chicago. We work closely with our Kentucky Transportation Cabinet in Frankfort, but we also work very closely with our District 5 Office of the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. Their cooperation and goodwill and assistance is invaluable in relation to the creation of this bridge and other projects in Oldham County. Right now we have about $85 million of road projects underway in various parts of the county. Some are operational now, some are planned for the future. Without the close cooperation of our fellow public servants at District 5, we would not be able to move them forward. So here today to represent District 5 is the engineering branch manager for project delivery, systems, and preservation, Tom Wright.
As everyone has said, the Transportation Cabinet is excited about the opening of this new bridge. Many Oldham County officials, as well as transportation officials, have worked diligently, taking this from a concept to construction. It's a beautiful corridor that's going to connect opportunities and innovations for Oldham County, as well as the city of LaGrange. It also will connect the new bike path here with Commerce Parkway to the other side of the interstate. And as Kentucky 393 widens and develops, it'll be a new connection to that as well. So, like I say, we're excited as the citizens of Oldham County. So, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Tom. Kevin Bailey was the project manager on this, and Jesse James, a name that's not easy to forget, was here on a day-to-day basis. Jesse, raise your hand. I don't know, is Kevin over there anywhere? There you are, Kevin. All right, good to see you. Very instrumental within the project here is the person who is actually in charge of the company that put this bridge together. It's amazing how many hands go into actually having something happen. You have to have a plan, you have to get the funding, you have to draw up the construction documents, and then somebody has to take those documents and put the entire project together in a substantive and tangible form. And here representing E&B Paving is Bob Sally, Senior Project Manager.
Good morning, Oldham County. I was telling some folks there earlier that out of all the road work I've ever done in 40 years, at the completion, I don't believe I've ever seen this much fanfare and celebration. So this is awful wonderful for us to experience this. It's been our pleasure to work with the Transportation Cabinet, the engineering team, and everybody that put this project together. I'm confident it'll address some of the issues that you've got over here at exit 22 and provide an opportunity for expansion on both ends. So I'd like to thank Transportation Cabinet for working with us so closely in a partnership, the engineering team, our subcontractors and vendors, and look forward to everybody getting good utilization out of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. In county government, a go-to guy for a lot of detailed information and advice and good planning is our Director of Planning and Development, Jim Urban. Jim is closely associated with every project we have going in Oldham County, our county road projects, our state road projects, and I'd like to give Jim a chance to say a few words and be recognized this morning.
Thank you, everybody. It's a great day in America, and certainly it's a great day in Oldham County and LaGrange. The real significance of this bridge is it's creating a new crossroads in Oldham County and LaGrange. This bridge is the first piece of major transportation project that you've heard bits and pieces about, so I'm going to summarize. To the south of here will be a 2-mile stretch of road called LaGrange Parkway that will connect through Oldham Reserve to Kentucky 53 at Blakemore Lane. To the north, we're working on realigning Allen Lane and with a bridge, with an underpass under the railroad track connecting to Kentucky 146. So what we'll have is a complete network from Kentucky 146 to 53. To the west, Kentucky 393 In November, we anticipate letting a contract to make the first improvements on 393 from I-71 to just north of Commerce Parkway. Then eventually there'll be a second phase of that project, which is another underpass under the railroad track and an improved roadway over across 146 and connecting 393 north. And to the east, there has been a grant application put in to improve the exit ramp for I-71 south and make some improvements on Kentucky 53 so that traffic flows better at the intersection, especially with Crystal Drive. You've heard thanks for a lot of people and a lot of agencies, and certainly it goes from federal highways to the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to the Senate to the governor's office to District 5 down to our local planning agencies. Anybody who's been forgotten in this list, unfortunately, thank you if you weren't mentioned. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Belinda Demas in my office, who has to do all the paperwork for all of these projects and keep them all rolling forward so that we can get them funded and also paid for. So with that, I want to say thank you everybody that's participated, and I look forward to using this roadway myself.
All of the transportation projects are either adding capacity to our road network or safety improvements, trying to make sure that travel on our roads is safe. And when we do something like the overpass over I-71, we're also connecting it to other road projects like the expansion of 393. And that, once you come over the bridge, if you're going home from Rawlings and you're heading in towards Crestwood, you're going to probably get stuck at the intersection of Commerce Parkway and 393. But come November, we're going to actually let a project to widen 393 and make a new intersection with Commerce Parkway to relieve that. So it's going to be messy for a little while, but in a couple of years, it'll be really a great smooth transition from the Oldham County, Oldham Reserve on to wherever you're traveling on a road network.
In 2005, the City of LaGrange and Oldham County formed a joint economic development group. And at that time, a master plan was developed for 1,000 acres that were purchased southwest of the hospital here in LaGrange. The bridge is actually the first part of a comprehensive transportation infrastructure plan that was envisioned to connect Highway 146 on the northwest side of LaGrange to Highway 53 on the southeast side of LaGrange. And that's going to be done through the bridge, of course, and a 4-lane road that's currently under construction plans to be built through the southeast section.
I'd like to recognize some of the other public officials who are here today. We haven't done that yet, and I'd recognize Magistrate Kevin Eldridge here. This is Kevin's district. All right, Magistrate Bob Dye is here. Magistrate Mike Logston, standing a little bit behind the flag there. Good to see you, Mike. Representative David Osborne is here today, and Magistrate J.D. Sparks, and my Deputy Judge John Black, and I don't know, I hope I hadn't missed anybody. Oh, sorry. Magistrate Wayne Tice. All right. Wayne, he blended right in with the group there. Okay. Thank you all for being here. And the person who I asked to organize this event, who really had a lot of the ideas happening here today, I want to give him a chance to say something. He's a great event organizer, and he has a tremendous amount of energy, and we call on him for some extraordinary oomph. Bill Schneider. Where are you, Bill? Come up here.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks very much. And on behalf of Oldham County Television, I want to thank everyone for showing up today to open the new bridge with a splash. We're lucky the weather broke for us, and we appreciate that. I want to tell you, Oldham County Television is a service of the Oldham Fiscal Court, and our mission is to promote, inform, educate, and entertain specifically the people here that live and work in Oldham County. The celebration today is an example of those goals in action. Oldham County Television is producing a special that'll give our viewers a glimpse of how and why this overpass project was built and what the two development areas that it connects will contribute to the community. This ribbon cutting is a recognition of all the hard work put in by countless people to make this overpass a reality. and Oldham County Television is proud of our role in joining people together to make it happen. Thanks to everyone that gave so freely of their time, talent, and resources to make this thank you party something to remember. Specifically, Charlie Ward, CPA, who supervised our blind draw for our 3 winners to be the first to cross. Sheila Fair in the Judge Executive's office for all her help. Jay McDowell, Oldham County Television Director, Producer, and all-around wizard. And thanks to our registration locations and the prize sponsors. And let's give a hand to all the folks who volunteered to come out today to put on this parade. Give yourselves a hand. Now, I want to tell you that we have a surprise to start things off. So I'll tell you right now, get your cameras out and get them ready because you're going to want to take some pictures. Are you ready? Come on, let me hear a little better than that. Are you ready? There you go. Let's do it, Judge. Who's the first one there?
All right, we have a nice plaque here for each person, and let me see if I can get one out. And I'm not going to read the entire thing about the whereas and wherefores and so forth, but it says on the bottom of this, now therefore be it declared and confirmed that from this day and forevermore, Dee Dee Yance, Roth Bullock, and Debbie Harris are to be recognized and honored as the first persons in Oldham County to officially drive across, run across, and bike across the new I-71 bridge. So they're going to get a plaque that they can hang on their wall that will make it indisputable from this point forward that they were the first. Now, we did have some others that came out and sort of, took advantage of the opportunity, but the road was closed at that time. So if you say that you were first, well, this is the first official person to cross. So let's have Dee Dee Yance come up and congratulate her. Where are you, Dee Dee? All right, congratulations, and you have your bike. We want you to get your bike out front because after we cut the ribbon here, away you go, okay? All right. Next person on the automobile is Roth Bullock. Where are you, Roth? All right, come on up. All right. It's Roth was very interested from the time he heard about the contest, and I think you only put 1 entry in. Is that correct? But but anyway, your name came out. Congratulations! And do you have a passenger to go with you in your car, or going alone? All right, all right. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
And Debbie Harris. Where are you, Debbie? All right. All right, Debbie, you brought a friend here today, and you get your, okay. Debbie, you're the first person to, I guess you're going to walk, is that correct? All right, so we'll let you walk right up the middle here, and there'll be a few people behind you, so you'll have to keep up the pace, but, all right, congratulations. Thank you very much.
This is great.
All right, now we have a special announcement that was unexpected by everyone here today, and we have a guest I want to bring forward because he's a well-known guest in Oldham County, and he happens to be here. Louis Dampier and Judy, would you come forward, please? Come on up here. Louis. I'd say almost everybody here who's a UK fan knows that Louis Dampier was one of Rupp's way back there in the day. Come on up here. Stand up here on the.
Come on up, Louis.
Can you get up there? All right, come on up here. Mayor, help him up. All right.
Come on up, Louis. Thank you.
I'll take a piece of meat an inch and a half.
Exactly.
Louis was one of Rupp's runts and provided a lot of good memories for everyone in Kentucky. You haven't been forgotten, Louis. Also went on to professional basketball history, holds many basketball records that have never been broken, even though you haven't been played for 30 or 40 years. A couple years anyway. And so, you hold that a second. we appreciate the memories that you have provided for the people of Oldham County and the people of Kentucky, and are proud of you. Louis just happens to live fairly close to the end of this bridge and will be one of the most frequent travelers over this bridge. So in order to commemorate that, from this day and nevermore, this is going to be known as the Louis Dampier Bridge.
Thank you. That's a surprise.
We're going to post these at either end of the bridge, and I know that when you were inducted into the NBA or the Basketball Hall of Fame recently, they said you missed the call because you were home vacuuming your living room. Well, we didn't want you to be home this morning vacuuming and miss this, so that's why Judy was nice enough to make sure that you said you were coming, but you were really coming, and we had her backing you up there. So congratulations and thank you. These will be posted on either end of the bridge.
All right, thanks so much.
Would you like to say anything?
Did Judy know that was going to happen?
Yes, you did it.
So you tricked me, huh?
All right, here we are. Now get ready to cut that ribbon. All right, and we'll kind of give them a 1, 2, 3.
Good.
All right. Okay, the lead plane is Captain John Casper, who lives over off Fort Pickens Road. United States Air Force, retired. All right. They're going to go up and take a turn to the right and then come back down across the bridge following the interstate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give Louis Dampier a hand as he crosses over in the black convertible. This program was a production of Oldham County Television and was presented with funding made available by Tri-County Ford and Buckner. Funding for programming on OCTV 25 provided in part by Hometown Pizza, Gustavo's Mexican Grill, McDonald's of LaGrange, Bluegrass Country Estate Bed and Breakfast, LaGrange Crossroads District, a Main Street program, the Oldham County Chamber of Commerce,